but there are plenty of already outstanding prospects in the class of 2018, especially in the secondary, who are already turning heads across the state. And here to talk about a few of those is the official recruiting analyst of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. We're joined by James Lott. James, how are you?
Good, guys. What's going on over there?
Oh, not a whole lot. We are just having fun. A couple days until Texas high school football season. Very excited about it. And we're talking today about kids in the class of 2018. So these are guys who are going to be juniors this upcoming season. And especially in the secondary, it seems like from a cornerback and safety position, I haven't taken a deep dive into the class of 2018 rankings, but I'll tell you, this looks like a very deep and very talented class of secondary members in the class of 2018.
Exactly. And that's kind of why I was wanting to talk about that, because the group, the 2018 group, was so deep. One of the kids that stands out as one of the better players in the state, I think in the country, is the kid Anthony Cook over at Houston Lamar. And all these DBs are going to be the same prototype. I think these days, like Anthony has, he's got the length that colleges are looking for. He can run. He's got excellent ball skills. He's 6'1", 170 pounds, 25-plus offers so far from schools like LSU, Alabama, Texas, Georgia. In 6 games, last season he had 6 interceptions. 3 of those interceptions he took for touchdowns. When I look at him, I see a kid with a rare combination of height, speed, and athleticism. He's a quick twitch kid, can come in and out of his breaks with ease, excellent ball skills, reads quarterbacks well, and can cover. So he's a guy that you can put out there on the edge and locks down a whole side of the field. I'm really, really impressed with what I see when I sit down and watch Anthony Cook.
The thing that strikes me about Anthony Cook is, I think when you think of cornerbacks, you think of kind of minuscule guys, little water bugs who can run. This guy is big, and this guy is physical, and a guy who can match up with any wide receiver in the state.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I think the shift now, if you look at the wide receivers that are coming out these days, what do you see? They're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. So defenses now have to change their philosophies and start going out and recruiting long guys, long arms that can run and match up with these guys. And I think definitely Anthony Cook is one of those guys that fits that mold.
We're talking with James Lott, the official recruiting analyst of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. You can follow him on Twitter at JL Scouting. And James, another guy you've got your eye on is kid out of Houston Heights, Houston Heights High School. For those who don't know, Houston Heights is the former Houston Reagan. It changed its name in the offseason. Now it's Houston Heights High School. But regardless of the name, they got one heck of a cornerback, another huge kid in Jalen Green.
Especially for the age.
Yeah, when you look at this kid who's basically like 16 years old, this kid's a playmaker of the highest order.
Exactly. 6'1.5", 6'2", 170 pounds, 4-star kid. And in 2015, he had 37 tackles, 18 pass breakups, and 5 interceptions. Offers on the table right now from Arizona, Baylor, Florida, Georgia, and several other folks. But another kid with excellent size, big corner, that can line up. And this kid really excels and prides himself on playing press coverage. If you watch the film on him, most of the time he's lined up right in the receiver's face. He uses those long arms to jam those wide receivers and disrupt them. And I love it watching that because, I'm an ex-DB, and so I really, really like seeing those type of kids out there dominating the line of scrimmage. So when I can find a guy that it won't hesitate to climb up into a receiver's face and beat him up at the line of scrimmage and dominate him, it fires me up.
Yeah, he's got that great. He's got
another guy that's got excellent ball skills, can turn a play, and another thing defenses and offenses are liking is when you can find a kid that can change the play. First, second down, he can intercept the ball with excellent ball skills and get you off the field. Colleges have to be attracted to that And this kid is one of those guys that can do that.
Yeah, we talk so much about height, and that's obviously a good indicator, but then a lot of these kids that we're talking about, it's not just that they're tall, but they are long. And you look at their wingspan, and it seems like it stretches from here to the other side of the field. That's something that, for me, Jalen Green, that's what stands out to him. Is like, yeah, 6'1.5" is impressive, but I bet his arms are wider than his frame would indicate.
Yeah, exactly. They come down almost to his knees, and then on top of that, he's an excellent leaper. Mm-hmm. So he can get up and get those balls and jump with those wide receivers and snatch that ball out of the air. So these kids are the guys that are out there that have this kind of length and range are what colleges are looking for these days. So I'm excited about watching these kids this upcoming year.
One other guy that I think folks are going to recognize the name, Caden Stearns, the safety. He's kind of a hybrid type secondary member. Caden Stearns out of Cibolo Steel, the younger brother of Jordan Stearns, a safety at Oklahoma State, who is one of the very, very best defenders in the Big 12 already. You can't question the pedigree, and I've heard people say, I've heard people who watch his film and who watched his brother Jordan Stearns and say, this kid's just as good and has a chance to be even better.
Yeah, and I think the same thing. That's why I put him on the list. He plays safety, but he started out playing wide receiver. He transferred in from the Olympian. Has a brother named Jarrett that's a quarterback. Has offers from Baylor, LSU, Oklahoma State. Also, Dad actually played basketball at Baylor. So you're talking pedigree, and actually early on, Dad wanted all the boys to play basketball, from what I understand, but they kind of, got migrated over and became great football players. So thank you for Dad. Thanks, Dad, for making sure his kids came play football, because they're exciting to watch. But another long kid, he plays safety. He's played receiver. He returns punts. But he's a rangy kid. He can get off the hash and make interceptions on the numbers. Not afraid to lower the boom. Normally, kids, a lot of times you'll see these kids that are receiver types and move over to safety that aren't physical, but this kid's physical. He'll wrap you up. He'll knock your block off. Great closing speed and ball skills to intercept. But another special guy that's coming out in this 218 class that I'm really excited about watching this fall and doing evaluations on.
You said a word that and took it right out of my mouth, which was closing speed. We list everybody's 40 time, right? And it's impressive if you can run a 4.5 40. But for me, the impressive thing about Caden Stearns is that this kid plants and goes, and he gets to full speed in a hurry, and he's a kid who can close on the play, whether it's the ball in the air or the guy running with the ball. That's the thing that really stands out to me about Stearns.
Right, and he's got that ability. I mean, he can close space. He can get beat and catch up, but just a kid that I love watching, and special guy that's going to help still get to another to championship this year, I think.
He is James Lott. He is the official recruiting analyst of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Not James Lott's name. Campbell. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. He is. Let's try again. He's James Lott. He's the official recruiting analyst of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and you can follow him on Twitter at JL Scouting. James, appreciate your time, and let's do this again next week.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot.